Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rasita Nambiar, and I work with Eriko Iwatate in the Regulatory Support Office in HRPP. In the last Research Matters, Eriko just finished her little series on ct.gov general information. She ended how to do registration and results reporting, and I'll continue with the how to series. So today I'm going to go over how to do annual updates. First, starting with what is an annual update. It is similar to a continuing review in ERB, and if you are the sponsor investigator for your IND IDE, it is similar to the annual reports sent to the FDA. Next is why do we have to do it? Well, it is required by the federal regulations. Just so you know, not doing annual updates is also considered non-compliance. As you can see in this image here, investigators started receiving notice of non-compliance letter from the FDA. In fact, the STAT article also recently featured about this. So once you receive the notice, your name and your record will be made public as an offender. So it is very similar to the warning letter from the FDA. Just be aware that not doing the annual updates will result in civil money penalties. These are pretty drastic fines and is a good reason why we want to stay in compliance. Please note that the institution will not back you up on this. PI will be personally responsible for these fines at UT Southwestern. So when is it due? Annual updates are due at least once every 12 months per regulation. Next, coming to which kind of records require annual updates? It is required for all active records, regardless of the funding source, that is, applicable clinical trials, NIH-funded clinical trials, and for trials for which registration information was voluntarily submitted. Then finally, you would want to know how to do the annual updates. I've created a step-by-step guide that will soon be available on our website. Now, let's review these steps in the next few slides. This is a high-level overview, and I'll quickly go through each step, explaining how to navigate through the system. The first step is to log into your PRS account with your username and password, as you see in the snapshot here. If you don't have an account or encounter any issues logging in since you have forgotten your username or password, then please email us and we will help you get it set up. Then the next step is to click on the open link on the left-hand side of your ct.gov page in order to open your record. Once you are on the record summary page, click on the open link on the left-hand side to go within the protocol section to do the annual updates. Next, you need to review the entire record to verify the accuracy of the clinical trial information and make necessary changes. Then you need to click Edit to open the study status section that needs to be updated. Once within the Edit Study Status page, as shown in this top image here, update the record verification date field with the current month and year and click Save. The reason I have highlighted this box in a separate color in this flow of steps is because this step is often forgotten, and this is the most important step. Doing annual updates is also the time to revisit to see where you are with your primary completion date. If it is soon coming up, or if you have already reached the primary completion date, and if the results are due. Thus, this annual check is very important and helps you keep your record on track. So once you click Save, as you see in this bottom image here, you land on the protocol section page where you can click on the record summary link on the left-hand side corner that takes you to the main record summary page as shown on the next slide. Then click this entry complete button that you will find on the main record summary page. The final step after this is to request the responsible party, that is a PI, to review the complete record, as a responsible party must verify the accuracy of the clinical trial information being submitted and then click the green approve and release buttons to submit the record for ct.gov review. So again, to summarize, these steps will help you easily do your annual updates. If you still have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. In the next few slides, I'll be winding up my presentation. As you see here, with everyone's efforts, we were able to achieve 100% compliance since January, as per the FEDA non-compliance trial tracker website. And in August too, we were able to maintain this 100% compliance. Again, important to note that this 100% compliance is for FDA regulated applicable clinical trial results only and does not include NIH funded trials that are not applicable clinical trials or trials that are voluntarily registered. This shows overall real-time compliance for all UT Southwestern records. Our goal is to keep the problem records as low as we can. The FEDA problem records are indicated here as red. The non-FEDA problem records are indicated as orange, while the green ones are the records with no problems, and the blue indicates the total number of records. Here is a list of resources for your reference. We also provide training in person if you need any help doing these updates. This is my last slide. Here is a selected list of resources that would be helpful for you. At next Research Matters, my session will be about how to do the record updates. Thank you everyone for your time listening to me, and I'll take some questions if you have, or you can always email us and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Over to you, Josh.
Thank you, Razija, and we'll transition to the other slides.